Alrighty, folks, in this video we're going to touch base on generating a cold calling list through the calendar of all places. So, there's a couple different ways you can go about doing this. One way I would prominently recommend doing it on autopilot, but here is how you get it done in version 1. You'll go through to calendar, click calendar again, and then you'll go into the list view in this top right corner right here. When this populates, you'll simply navigate over to call. And we currently only have call tasks that are overdue, shame on us. But this is how we achieve it. You can go through and add a task so that it populates here automatically. Or you can do it in the marketing campaign, which is what I would recommend. But once you do that, this is how you go down the list and treat this list as a cold calling list. You will simply click on that first contact's name. You will click this little phone icon here, and you will call. Now, once you hang up, it's going to open a window behind it where you can leave any notes, add any tags, enroll in any campaigns, add any tasks, add any appointments, any deals, add any custom fields, put any information into existent custom fields, add any sources, change the source, whatever you would like to do. And then once you exit out of here, you're going to come back to this screen where you really just put in that information anyway, so you just exit one more time, mark it as complete, and then you'll go down to the next. Now you can effectively create a digital call list by doing this. And you know, it can be a bit more tedious than using an auto dialer. That being said, please use an auto dialer. It's entirely up to you what software you integrate with Click. A lot of folks will use Click for their marketing campaigns and then get that data out into another platform where it's more relevant, specific to their industry. We just like Click to be universal. We like to be able to offer this platform to any professional, any business owner, any salesperson that exists. So anyhow, that is how you call each contact in this list that populates, but this is how you populate this list. So a few different ways. We'll start with the dashboard. So you can go back here, add a task, and what you're going to do is you're going to add new activity up here. We're going to make it a call task. And in the title and description, we can put some details in there. So call task immediately. Maybe leave voicemail right here. And then we'll search for a lead. Let's say Ron. So there we go. And in creating this task, let's say 7:15 p.m. for half an hour, sure. Set the activity, and now not only is it going to appear on the calendar view under tasks, but if we go up to the list view, again, we're going to see that call task populate here. That's how you can manually add it. And there again, there's a few different ways you can do it. That's through the dashboard, which is going to lead you to the calendar. But you can go through the inbox as well, through that quick reference menu to the right-hand side to add a task for that contact specifically. Let's put in some stuff here so that we can get to it. 9:15. That's maybe a little too long. There we go. So going through and creating that activity. And now when we go back to that calendar again, we're going to see this start filling out. So we go to that list view once more. There we go. And here we are. So we'll simply keep doing that, keep going down that row and filling out this call list. So that is how you add those manually. Now here is how you automate that whole process. Well, I should say one of the thousands of ways you can automate that whole process by going into marketing and then campaigns. So I went to marketing tab and then click campaigns. In the actual campaign itself, you every day, maybe every day 4, every 4th day, every 3rd day, every other day, you can add an activity. And that activity can be a call task. So here you can choose to put leave voicemail in the title, so it's just a quick reference to that task. You can add more information in the description, it's totally up to you. But what we're going to do is choose when we want to send this out. So if we want to develop a call list at the 3rd day, so every 3rd day, on day 1, on day 4, on day 7, so on and so forth, this is how we'll do it. So whenever we want to start making our calls for the day is likely when we're going to put this day 1 and then day 3 or day 4 and then day 7. So let's say 7 a.m. we want to start making our calls for the day. And let's account for a little bit of time. There it is. It's going to generate for each and every single contact that enters into this marketing campaign, it's going to generate a call task. That is going to build up over time. If you create multiple call tasks within this marketing campaign, especially if you connect this marketing campaign to a Facebook ads campaign, or through Zapier, or through some other type of automation, it's going to, as time passes, build up a call list so that every day, and you can put this out up to 1,000 days. So, day 20, then day 30, day 35, you can create a cold calling list that is going to remind you on autopilot to include this certain contact in your daily efforts. Huge deal. Anyhow, that is how you develop a call list through the list view of the calendar and kind of the recommended workflow for doing that. You'll want to, when you first come in the morning, knock out all your calls and then proceed to any appointments you have for the day. Again, completely up to you. If you do not mark that call task as complete, it's going to stay there anyway, and you can pick it up the next day and, simply knock out your overdue call task for the day before, the week before, and then move on to the next. But incredible tool. It works really well, and our team has found out that basically it takes about as much time as it does for a single auto dialer to power through these contacts, because there's a buffer time in between each phone call, and you simply are the buffer time. You just don't have a system limiting how long until the next phone call occurs. You will simply click next, and you'll go to the next contact, make that next call, make any notes, enroll in any campaigns, add any details, add any further automation, and proceed to the next. If you have any questions on this, again, please reach out anytime.